Almost every dress recommended to women over 60 is chosen to hide what age has changed. That's the wrong strategy, and it's an expensive one. I have watched women spend real money on the flattering dress every article agreed on, and walk out of the fitting room looking exactly as tired as they did walking in, because concealment was never the mechanism that was going to work. The right dress doesn't hide anything. It amplifies what age hasn't touched. A woman I know sits on 2 corporate boards, closed a 9-figure acquisition last year, sharper than almost anyone in the room, called me a few months ago, furious. She'd overheard a colleague, maybe 34, describing her in the hallway, not cruelly, almost gently. She dresses like someone's grandmother. Nothing about her had changed. Not her mind, not her authority, not her track record. Just the dress. She was furious first. Then something quieter and worse. She asked me the only question that actually mattered. What changed? So I called a woman who has spent 25 years dressing executives and their wives for exactly these rooms. Someone whose entire career is reading what a room sees before it consciously registers it. And she said something I have not stopped thinking about since: nobody notices the concealer, the compression garment, the safe black dress. They just notice that you disappeared. That's the mistake almost every woman over 60 is making without knowing it. You've been handed a wardrobe built entirely to hide what age has changed. Cover the arms, minimize the middle, go dark, go shapeless, go quiet, and it doesn't fail to work. It does the opposite of what you think it's doing. It makes you recede exactly when you should be the most visible person in the room. The right dress was never about concealment. It's about amplifying the parts of you that age hasn't touched at all. And there is real, peer-reviewed research on exactly how to do that. Research most stylists have never opened, let alone read. Today, I'm giving you 7 exact dresses in the exact order they matter, each one solving a specific piece of this: proportion, height, your face, your silhouette, your color, your presence in a room. By the end, you will not be guessing anymore. Before we go into the details of today's video, I have a free gift for you. It's something I know you'd appreciate. I have read a lot of comments from some of you asking for this, and I decided to build a checklist around it. It is called the Elegant Morning Routine Checklist. 12 rituals of women who are timeless, healthy, and undeniable after 40. It is the morning architecture that puts everything I described today into daily practice. Cortisol protection, protein-first nutrition, movement, silence, grooming standards, and the identity rituals that make all of it sustainable. Every page is a deliberate act of self-respect. See the first link in the description below to grab it right now for free, or scan the QR code on your screen if you're watching on TV. When you do get it, remember to email me your feedback about your takeaway from it. I love to read those emails. Now let's get into today's 7 dresses. 1. The Wrap Midi. The wrap dress is called flattering for every body in every styling article you've read, and that claim is true and useless in the same sentence, because what actually matters is where the tie lands, not that it wraps. A 1993 study in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found a waist-to-hip ratio near 0.7 read as most attractive and healthiest, regardless of overall size. After 50, midsection fat redistribution quietly narrows that visible gap. A wrap tied where it feels comfortable, usually at the belly button, marks the wrong landmark, and the eye computes a wider ratio than you actually have. Find your true narrowest point with your hand in the mirror, not by feel, and have the tie extended to reach it. I have watched a woman spend $400 on the right wrap dress and lose the entire effect over 2 centimeters. One more thing on the fabric itself. A wrap in a fabric with too much structure won't sit into that landmark at all. It will bridge across it. You want something with real drape, a silk blend jersey, not a stiff cotton poplin. That's the whole difference between flattering and actually working. But here's where most women stop. And stopping here leaves you with an incomplete wardrobe. Because a dress that gets your proportions right still has to solve the second problem, making you look taller in a room that is, frankly, not built for women our height anymore. That's dress number 2. 2. The Monochromatic column. One color head to toe gets sold to you as a slimming trick. It isn't slimming, it's elongating, a completely different mechanism. And that distinction changes what you choose. Wertheimer's 1923 Gestalt research on continuity showed the eye automatically tracks an unbroken line. Every contrast break, a belt, a different toned shoe, reads as a horizontal cut that shortens you. A dress in one tone, worn with a shoe within 2 shades of it, removes every cut. The eye travels uninterrupted from collar to floor, and you read taller before anyone consciously notices why. The mistake I see most often is a woman who gets the dress right and then breaks the column with a contrasting handbag or a light cardigan thrown over it. The column only works if you commit to it head to toe, accessories included. But a taller line means nothing if the first thing anyone reads on you is your face looking tired before you've said a word. That's the next piece. 3. The V-neck with clean shoulders. You've been told V-necks open up the face. That's the right observation and the wrong explanation, which is why most women wear the wrong V. Research in PLOS One found facial contrast, the difference between your features and your surrounding skin, declines measurably with age. And separate research confirms that decline reads as both older and less feminine. A V-neck exposes a triangle of skin that catches light directly under the face, framing it the way a photographer rim lights a subject, restoring exactly the contrast you're losing. The angle matters. 15 to 20 centimeters at the widest point, with clean, unpadded shoulders. Anything wider redirects the eye sideways instead of up. I've sat across women at dinner in a poorly cut V and a beautifully cut one. Same neckline depth on paper, and only one of them pulled my eye straight to her face. And leave the neckline alone once you've got it right. A heavy necklace sitting inside that V cancels the contrast effect entirely by breaking up the very triangle doing the work. But even the right neckline can be undone by a silhouette that reads as shapeless the second you stand up from the table. That's the 4th piece, and it's the one word almost every one of you has used to describe an outfit you couldn't quite name what was wrong with. 4. The belted shirt dress. Matronly isn't a fabric problem or a color problem. It's the same waist to hip ratio research again. Without a visible waist, your eye has no ratio to measure and defaults to your widest point instead, which reads heavier than you are. An unbelted shirt dress is a rectangle. The same dress with a substantial belt, 3 to 4 centimeters, same tone as the dress, never contrasting, at your actual narrowest point, gives the eye the one landmark it needs, is exactly what our Undeniables complete system covers in detail. 7 complete guides, including identity, presence, first impressions, social mastery, wellness standards, and your morning ritual. Everything the most elegant, vital, and undeniable version of you needs, built into one system for less than a dinner out. It's linked in the description below, or scan the QR code on your screen. One detail on the belt itself: avoid a large, ornate buckle. It draws the eye down and holds it there, instead of letting it register the waist and move on. A simple flat buckle or a wrap tie belt does the job the buckle is supposed to do without becoming the focal point of the entire dress. We've solved your proportions and your face. But there's a signal underneath both of those that most women fight their entire lives instead of using. And it's sitting in a color you've probably been avoiding since you were 20. 5. Dusty rose near the face. You've avoided pink at your neckline your whole life, calling it girlish. The research says that's precisely backwards. Studies on facial skin color found that pinkish red tones are the primary signal the eye uses to read health and youth. And after 60, declining estrogen quietly reduces that natural pink in your own skin. A dusty rose or mauve fabric at the collarbone reintroduces exactly the hue your skin has stopped producing through simple color contrast, and the face beside it reads more alive. Keep it low saturation, dusty, antique, muted. Bright fuchsia competes with your face instead of lifting it. This is the same principle 19th century color scientist Michel Chevreul documented, that a color placed beside another changes how that neighboring color is perceived. You are not wearing pink for its own sake. You are using it as a chromatic loan to your own skin. And once your face is getting the color signal it needs, there's still the question of what to put around the rest of you, so nothing competes with it. This is the one almost everyone gets backwards. 6. The dark, long-sleeve Midi. Covering your arms gets sold as concealment. That's not what's actually happening. New 2026 research out of Wuhan University tested clothing tone against skin luminosity and found darker garments made adjacent facial skin read measurably lighter and more luminous by contrast. A deep navy, plum, or forest Midi, full-length sleeves, simple neckline, turns your whole body into a dark field that pushes every observer's eyes straight to your face, where your actual youthful signals live. Skip pure black. The deep, low saturation tones outperform it. It's why the most composed women in every room I've ever consulted reach for navy or plum before they reach for black. This is also why a busy print works against you in the same moment it's supposed to be youthful and fun. A print breaks the dark field into pieces and gives the eye somewhere else to go besides your face. 6 of these solve your body. The 7th solves the one part of you that changes the most and gets addressed the worst. The transition between your face and everything below it. 7. The fluid cowl neck. Scarves, high collars, layered jewelry. The standard advice for softening the neck after 60 adds complexity to a zone the research says needs the opposite. Studies on facial aging found evenness, not busyness, is what reads as youthful. A cowl neck in real drape weight fabric, silk heavy jersey, gathers softly at the chest with no hard edges and no visual noise, worn with nothing else at the neck. It's the one piece on this list that finishes the other 6, because it's the only one that frames without competing. Put those 7 together, and you have a complete framework, not 7 separate tricks. A wrap that gives you a waist, a column that gives you height, a V that gives your face back its contrast, a belt that gives you a landmark, a rose tone that gives your skin its color back, a dark field that pushes every eye upward, and a cowl that softens the one transition nobody talks about. None of it hides you. Every piece of it points at you. The next step is the full blueprint, the Undeniables Complete System. 7 complete guides covering identity, presence, first impressions, social mastery, wellness, standards, and your morning ritual. Everything the most elegant, vital, and undeniable version of you needs, built into one system for less than a dinner out. It is linked in the description or scan the QR code on your screen. None of this was ever about hiding. It was about pointing the eye exactly where it should already be looking, at you. Pick 2 of these 7 and wear them this week, not someday, this week, and notice what changes and how a room responds to you. Next time, I'm showing you the colors that do for your whole wardrobe what these 7 dresses do for a single day. Until then, dress like someone is watching, because someone always is. Isabel.